In this video, we're going to talk about taking your puppy to the vet. So here I am sitting in my van, and what I normally would do when I got here with a new puppy, so we're talking about vaccines 1 through 4, I would either call the vet right now and let them know that I'm waiting out in my car, or I would leave my puppy in the car and I would go in and I would check in. Now, the reason why I don't bring my puppy with me is for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you have a puppy that is too heavy to carry, or if you have a puppy that is just wild and you just can't hold on to them while you're in there, then it's easier for you just to wait in your car, because until your vaccinations are up to date, you do not want your puppy's feet to hit the ground in the lobby. Or for me, I don't even let them put their feet on the ground in the rooms. And that's because where do puppies go when they're sick? They go to the vet. They have great cleaning techniques and everything like that. But if you have a busy vet clinic and there's a puppy that comes in with kennel cough or parvo or any of those things, it is just best, until you are completely updated with your vaccinations and they're current, that their feet just don't hit the ground. We talked about this a little bit in socialization, where I said that I don't want you to wait until your vaccinations are done, but also you're not going to put your puppy on the ground at any of those places. You're either carrying them or you have them in a basket with blankets down inside the basket. Anyways, here I am in my van, and so you can see back here, I have crates in my van. This is my dog mobile, and so we travel to trials and things like that. The safest place for your dog, in case you get in an accident, is going to be a crate. And so whether you have a crate that you can put in the back seat of your car, if it's just not possible at all, then they have harnesses that you can hook into your seatbelt, and that will prevent them from getting hurt in an accident, or if your car rolls over or something like that, that they don't run off and then you can't find your dog. And so it's better for your dog to be contained. But anyways, here I am at the vet. And what I'm going to do is we're going to walk in and we're going to kind of show you the lobby, and then we're going to show you one of the rooms, and then what I do with my puppies all the way up. And so anyways, let's go. Hello. So now I'm sitting in the waiting area, and so if I have no choice but come in, maybe you have a veterinarian's office that doesn't allow you to wait in the car, which is kind of silly. We would hope they would let you do that, especially since COVID. It's kind of like a normal thing now. And so I'm sitting here, and so I don't want to put my dogs on the floor, because you don't know what dog has been in there before, and your dog isn't fully vaccinated. So you're thinking, oh, this puppy is driving me crazy. I'm going to set it on the bench. How many other parents do you think do that? Make sure that your puppy's feet don't touch that. Plus, you don't want them like licking the side of the armrest or anything like that. So make sure that you hang on to them. That's why it's better that you go ahead and wait in your van or your car or whatever, so that you don't have to worry about that wiggly puppy. So now they want to weigh your puppy. Usually when you have a small puppy, they're going to weigh you in the room. But here their scale is out in the center. So I am that owner that is going to ask the vet tech so very nicely to spray this before I put my dog on. They might have already done this, but I'm going to have them do it again just for the safety of my dog. All right, so now they have let us into the room, and we have the bench again. Like I said, that's something that you don't want to set them on. And then you have everything else that's in here, just like a normal room. So when you come in, the normal thing to do is to get them and put them up on the table, right? So when we get them on the table, most people want to stand away from it, and they trust that their puppy is not going to jump off of this and fall 3.5 feet off the floor. So if you're gonna put your puppy up on the table, you want to make sure that you're standing over by them, so that they don't fall off. We don't want any accidents to happen. Again, here we have a mat that's already sitting here. We want to make sure that your tech goes ahead and sprays this again for you, because we don't know who was on this before that. And so that way we have a nice clean area. and they're safe because you're making sure and monitoring that they're not going to fall. Oh, now that you're in the room, they may do their normal stuff, right? They're going to check the puppy out. They're going to weigh the puppy. They're going to do all of those things. So this is one of the things that you can say, you know what, my trainer told me this. So I'm going to allow you to throw me under the bus. But what I'm going to tell you is don't let them take your puppy to the back to do things such as weighing your dog, drawing blood, getting a stool sample, and things like that. The reason for this is because our vet staff, not our veterinarians, but our vet techs are super busy. So if they're taking them back there, sometimes they're in a rush. Sometimes they have to have 2 or 3 people hold your puppy down because they're wild or whatever else like that. And then you end up with a puppy that's traumatized because they are scared because, hello, they have 3 strangers trying to hold them down, and we don't want that to happen to your puppy. We want your vet experience to be amazing. So you can ask them to please do it in the room. And then, of course, if they need help with your dog, then you can help your dog as well. The other thing with cooperative care vetting, you can train your puppy, and this is something that we teach you in puppy class. You can train your puppy to hold still for vaccines so nobody has to hold them down, and those nail trims and everything else. But most of your great vet clinics, when they listen to them and they look in their ears and their mouth and they're giving them their shots and they're worming and everything, they're going to put some whipped cream on the table or some spray cheese just to keep those puppies busy so they don't have to hold them down like they used to. Lastly, the most important thing to do at your vet's office is to be nice to the staff. We know that you might be stressed. We know that the expenses are out there, but we chose to get the dogs. So it's our responsibility, and we want to be nice. We don't want to get angry with them. We don't want to get angry with the vets. Make sure and tell them thank you. Make sure and let them know that you appreciate them. One last thing. When you go to a vet's office, sometimes they have multiple vets. It's super important that you pick one vet so that every time you come back, that one vet knows everything that's going on with your dog, and the other vets are not trying something new every single time, and they may not know everything that's going on with your dogs. So whether they have 2 vets in the clinic or they have 10 vets in the clinic, when you make your appointments, make it with the same one every time. And those are your tips for coming to the vet.